Abacha told a number of people that 3 of us will not come out of detention and prison alive. Myself, MQ Abiola, and Shehu Yar'adua. And what they did to Shehu Yar'adua, obviously, they injected him with virus. I think MQ Abiola, they gave him something in his tea. In my own case, they tried to inject me. The doctor came and took me from and that's exactly what they did for Shehu Yar'adua. They took me from my cell in Jos prison to a guest house in Jos GRA. And then he said, oh, we hear you have cholesterol problem. So we want to take your blood to treat your cholesterol problem. I said, no, I have no cholesterol problem, which is true. I said, no, I have no cholesterol problem. I was diabetic, but I take my blood sugar reading almost on daily basis. And what I have now is not, it's more now, you see. This is my reading.
Wow.
Now, that time, this is a new one. That time you pinch and you measure. But this one now, you have a sensor.
That's interesting.
111. So, that's normal. Anything around 120, it's normal. So I said, and God is taking care of my diabetes. Then he didn't know what else to do. He said, okay, when you get to where you are going, I didn't know where I was going. So we went by the plane they brought to me to take me to Yola. When we got to Yola, I didn't know it was Yola because we got there at night. So since he said he will come again, I said, okay. But the following day, a day after I got to Yola, I called the superintendent. I said, look, I want to see the doctor. And the doctor in charge of Yola General Hospital is a Bashaman boy. He came and I told him, and he said, oh, our specialist will come. And he sent the specialist, and the specialist turned out to be Dr. Ajuan.
Yes.
Dr. Ajuan,
what is you?
No, he's a Baptist, so he knows me. And so I told him this story. So don't worry. They may not come again, but if they come again, just insist on me being called.
Providence again.
So then he came. And when he came, I asked them to call Dr. Ajuan. Dr. Ajuan came. Dr. Ajuan said, well, what do you want? He said, the blood. He said he wanted to take out. Dr. Ajuan said, no, I will give you the blood. So Dr. Ajuan took the blood. And Dr. Ajuan said, when are we going to get results? So as soon as I get to Abuja, Tokumo, we haven't got the result till today. Till today, we haven't got the result. I understand they arrested him because he didn't perform his job the way he should have.
The Abacha, and wanting you dead somehow.
Well, Abacha was ambitious. And only very few leaders in the world are not over-ambitious. Only very few. And his ambition was consuming for himself and consuming for others. He saw me as one of those that can stop his ambition. And he was so madly ambitious that he was ready to kill. And in fact, he killed.
Correct.
I think what was my luck was that he hasn't got to the point of killing when he arrested me. Because if the act of killing had been in him by then, he would have killed me easily. But I drove from here to my farm and back by myself and all that. So the first thing he did was to arrest Shehu Yar'adua. And when Shehu Yar'adua was arrested, I called him. And he said, he didn't know Shehu Yar'adua was arrested. And I said, tell that to the Marines. The number 2 man in this country at one time will be arrested, and you say you didn't know. Now that's an impossibility. And I think that was again too much for him. So, but his plan to arrest me was not unknown.
Yeah.
Because I was in Copenhagen.
Yes.
I was what they are called ambassador for NNPD. UNPD. And so they had planned to arrest some of the people in Nigeria. Called me and said, I should not come back to Nigeria. Our ambassador at the UN, Abiola and Yar'adua, called me and warned me. The American ambassador called me and said, look, he's been given authority to give me political asylum. I should not come back home. So I then said to myself, look, why should I not go back home? I haven't done anything wrong. If I go back home, the chances that I may be killed. Then what will I say I'm running away from? So I decided to come back, to go home. In fact, they were targeting my itinerary. I should have gone to Paris for a meeting. I cut that off and I returned home. So they were not fully prepared. But they seized my passport and I went to my farm. The following morning, late Oni was in Ikeja. He said he wanted to see me. So I left my farm very early. I went to see Oni in Ikeja. And Oni said, look, they will want to go and beg Abacha. I said, beg him for what? And just to leave me alone. I said, leave me alone for what? What have I done? Well, I don't understand this. Beg him for what? He said, so what am I saying? I said, you don't need to beg Abacha. So by the time I came back to my farm, Atiku had come. Atiku then briefed me on what had transpired, how Shehu Yar'adua is being treated and all that. And when I was coming back from Oni, my security boy was at the gate of the farm. He waved me to stop. I stopped. And he said I should turn. So I made the U-turn. So he came inside my car. He said the farm has been surrounded by security. So we go. So I was going. Then I said, hey, where are we going? He said, look, let us get out of here. I said, well, there's nowhere I will go in the country now that they won't find me.
Yes.
So what the hell are you telling me? So I went back into my farm. Then Atiku came. Atiku briefed me. Not quite 10 minutes after Atiku left, the policeman who will arrest me came.